It's Christmas Eve in L.A.
California.
Is Daddy coming home with you?
Well, we'll see what Santa and Mommy can do, okay?
And New York cop John McClane has come to see his wife.
I missed you.
Instead, he's going to have to save her.
Sit down.
Within this skyscraper high above the city, 12 terrorists have declared war.
They're about to be taught a lesson in the real use of power.
They're as brilliant
Because I am interested in the $640 million in your vault.
as they are ruthless.
And I'm telling you, you're just going to have to kill me. Okay. We do it the hard way.
Now, the last thing McClane wants
Think, damn it, think.
is to be a hero.
Where's Howie? Hey, Tucker! Where?
But he doesn't have a choice.
What does he think he's doing?
Job.
They have already killed one hostage.
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
Lady, do I sound like I'm one of the pieces?
He's inside? Who is he?
Who
Who are you then? You are most troublesome for a security guard.
Sorry, wrong guess, huh? Would you like to go for double jeopardy?
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother... But you just destroyed a building. I am in charge of this situation.
I got some bad news for you. Come up here, then look like you're in charge of Jack.
He is alone, he is tired, and he hasn't seen diddly squat from anybody down here.
Hey, pal, how you feeling?
All things being equal, I'd rather be in Philadelphia.
And you have it.
Only John can drive somebody that crazy.
He's an easy guy to like
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
and a hard man to kill. Bruce Willis, Die Hard.
Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew?
Brilliant trailer. Probably the best trailer ever done for an 80s action
Yeah.
movie for me.
Brilliant. Hello, welcome to Musings on the Modern World with me, Alan Michael Ashton, and
Adrian Conlon.
we were talking about earlier on. We were talking about Bruce Willis films, and we recorded sort of 20 minutes of us talking about our favourite films and that, but we felt that it wasn't really going anywhere. It was just sort of spouting facts and everything. I mean, we agreed that the Die Hard films are really good, and you know,
Hit and miss.
There's been hit and miss.
Yeah. Unbreakable, 12 Monkeys,
yeah.
Looper.
And then you've got things like Colour of Night and fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
The Jackal.
Yeah. Because Bruce Willis turned 60 this week, and we thought we're both fans.
Mm.
The podcast you're about to hear is we start talking about an idea about a final Die Hard film, and that's when we think that we sort of hit the ground running in a way. So we start off from there. So we do make references to what we talked about earlier, but we thought that we would start from here because we think it's better. So it was more enjoyable, and we sort of got into a flow because this is our first podcast that we've done, and enjoy. Okay, right. We're going to talk about this idea I had for like a final Die Hard film. When I say final, I mean like that's it. It's over. No reboots. No anything. This is it. It's like it begins and it ends with Bruce Willis, and that's it. I've sort of touched upon it with you before. It sort of starts off where John McClane is retired, or he's about to retire. Like maybe he has like one case left, or he's dealing with one case at the moment, and I don't know what it would be. So I'm thinking about the villain of the piece. What would the villain would be?
The cousin this time, maybe.
What, Gruber?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think that would tie it all back?
That would be annoying.
That would just be pandering to. But yeah, John McClane's retired, and of course for his services and what he's done, he's being honoured by NYPD. Big ceremony.
Yeah, I mean, you think they'd give him some sort of award after
not like
saving, I mean, not just hundreds of people's lives, but I think in the third or fourth one, it's like
saved the world, didn't it? Yeah. But so if you have like a ceremony, it kind of gives an excuse to bring back old characters that are there for it. Like, what's the name of the cop from the first one?
Oh God, forgot his name.
The one who's like on the ground, like he's talking to.
Yeah.
Bring him back if that guy's still alive.
Yeah, he is. I think he is.
Maybe like Samuel Jackson, of course. Because of we'd assume that from the events of the third one, them two have had a close friendship.
Yeah, they become good friends after the third one. How could you not?
Exactly, you've been through so much shit.
Yeah.
And maybe the was it Justin Long, the guy from the fourth one, the fucking computer nerd, because he's obviously married to McClane's daughter now.
Yeah.
So he's there. The wife as well.
What about the son? Is the son?
The son, yeah, in the fifth one, yeah, he's there. His wife, like maybe they've reconciled.
Holly,
yeah, they've reconciled. Since the events of, because in the third one he's divorced from her. That's it. They're completely split now, aren't they?
Yeah.
But maybe since then they've reconciled, and she's there as well. Who else do you think? I don't want to over, with characters.
What about the limo driver from the first one?
Yeah, I don't know. Like what?
Maybe he could be like the terrorist this time.
Or maybe he just gets shot. Like he's in it for 5 minutes and then just gets fucking killed. I don't know. Yeah,
No, that would be shit.
Yeah,
Wouldn't like that.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not him. I don't. Because what would you?
No, we just saying it was like kind of a reunion.
But having characters that would help. Because what I see is like the ceremonies, like I don't know, wherever they had these ceremonies in New York City, and something goes down. Somebody sabotages the event or holds people hostage, that kind of thing, or whatever. People are killed, but Bruce Willis gets away. But I don't think it would be contained within a building.
Right.
I think it would have to involve New York again.
Yeah.
Because that's what I liked about the third one. New York was kind of like a character in a way.
Yeah, totally.
It was the setting. That's what I didn't like about the fourth and the fifth one. It wasn't.
I hated those. The fourth and fifth one.
I want to see.
Hated them.
Yeah, I want to see John McClane. He's a New York cop. He should be in New York and use New York as the setting. So he sort of has to solve stop these bad guys. I don't know who the bad guy would be. That's the thing I'm trying to think of. I mean, if Bruce Willis, like his last case that he's solved, or he's in the middle of solving, he hasn't managed to finish this case. It's one that he's never been able to solve, and this person who he's after is going to finish him off for good. But I don't know who it would be.
What about if it was like the cop who helps him in the first one, the Al Powell or Al?
Yeah,
his name's Al. He is invited Wills over, and they're having like a barbecue, something as simple as a barbecue.
Yeah,
and the family get attacked, kind of like Punisher style.
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't have them killed though.
No, but some of them maybe die.
Yeah,
but they save the day. Bruce Willis and him save the day.
Yeah,
even though like Sergeant Powell will be pretty old now.
Yeah,
he was older than McClane, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They were on the same age.
He was sort of in his 40s, like his late 40s, wasn't he?
Nah, that sucks. That idea. That's crap. Continue. Sorry, what you were saying.
No, but I'm trying to find like a scenario that would. I've got the plot. I've got the basic, beginning and end. But there's no. I haven't thought of a plot that would work out how it would tie back to the old films. But do we necessarily have to? I mean, there's a lot of these films that they always tie it back to what happens, or like in the third one, it's the brother of Gruber. But do we really want that again?
No.
I mean, it's a bit
cliche.
It'd be a bit tenuous. Like it's the second cousin of the brother of the wife who, that sort of thing.
Yeah, totally.
But I was thinking maybe it was like his last case he never solved, and he was after this one particular.
Well, I think
guy.
If it's going to be the last one, you should make it more like the first one.
Yeah.
Not on a grand scale, somewhere closed in.
But is that in a way like pandering to the fanboys of the first one?
Maybe it is, but that's what worked.
Yeah.
More than any of the other films. That's the genius of it.
The confined claustrophobia, not claustrophobia, but
yeah, and it was actually, even though it was action packed, it was still set in some sort of, realistic kind of world where physics applied still. Whereas, the fourth and fifth one, it's
the whole
physics goes out the window.
Yeah, I mean that fucking one where doesn't he the car goes into the helicopter in the fourth one. I mean, you want Bruce Willis getting, and the other thing, I think you said this before, he was never like wisecracking in the new ones.
No.
Or talking to himself.
No.
Or doing that. Was it you said like, oh, what the fuck are you doing, John?
Come on, John.
Yeah.
Think, goddammit, think.
He didn't do that. He was too confident in the last two.
Yeah. He's just like, I'm John McClane. I've did all this shit.
Yeah. And he just does that look, and you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah. It's like.
It's like they expect you to buy that, but
No.
you want Bruce Willis. You don't want Bruce Willis. You want John McClane being John McClane. You don't want Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Because even in the second one, he's kind of like, fucking hell, you know what I mean? How could the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
Yeah. And in the third one, he's still got that sort of like...
Yeah. The third one's really realistic, actually. Probably the most realistic out of all of them, except for the bit where they jump off the boat.
Yeah, that's a bit...
I'm pretty sure they would have died there.
I'm pretty sure in real life they would have died in the first 10 minutes. Like the whole bit with the train and the fucking, you know...
Yeah.
But
one of my favourite bits in Die Hard with the Vengeance is the bit where they're both tied up to the bomb.
Yeah.
And Willis pulls out a bit of like shrapnel.
Yeah.
It's in his side, and he pulls it out with his teeth. And he gives it to Samuel Jackson, drops it. Samuel Jackson catches it, unfrees himself, and then he says, "Oh shit, I dropped the thing." Bruce Willis is like, "Shit, you dropped the fucking thing." Just don't know. It always sticks in my mind.
Like in the latest ones, it would just been like, it's done.
Yeah, there's little moments of humour like that.
Yeah,
that
there was nothing.
Yeah,
and they tried to do it with like him and the son. Like it was almost like every joke was like, "Oh, you're old, Dad." It's like, yeah, I know I'm old.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like, yeah, you're old, but
yeah, it's just they didn't feel like Die Hard movies to me. They just didn't. Anyway, you're talking about your idea,
right? Okay, I mean, the scenario would lead. I mean, we're skipping right to the end of the film or the last like act, where you know it's. I would see it as, is it Zeus? Mm-hmm. Samuel L. Jackson has been cornered by the bad guy, and or maybe it could be the son, or maybe it could be the wife. You know that he dies trying to save, and that's the thing that in the end, that's the big like thing that he dies in the end. John McClane has to die.
Yeah,
because it'll close the chapter, close the book on it all.
Yeah, it'll.
You can't have it where it's like shot and it's like, you know.
It'll create an impact.
Yeah.
You know, I think if they're going to make any more, they should just go out with a bang.
Yeah. And he dies, and you know you have the whole fucking ceremony. You know the fucking trumpets and the gun salute and all that shit. But I thought that what stuck in my head was the last shot. Just cuts to the Nagatomi building. Camera pans into the Nagatomi building, into the foyer, and on the wall is a plaque. This commemorates the service of John McClane who helped, blah blah blah, and then
saved the lives of
cuts to black.
A couple hundred people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuts to black, and you just hear him say, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers," and that's it. Credits.
Yeah, I love that, and the title you had for it as well.
The Good Die Hard.
The Good Die Hard. That's a perfect title. I love that.
Because
The Good Die Hard.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the trailer, the original trailer for Die Hard, love it. Love it. Probably easily the best trailer for an action movie ever done.
Yeah, I do.
He's a nice enough guy to talk to. Come to the party, have a few laughs, and a hard man to kill.
So I'd never seen that trailer until you showed me it. So I remember you saying that, hard man to kill. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he showed me it, and it's just the shot of him jumping with the fucking fire, is it the fire hose around him? And the hard man to kill. So I missed that.
New York cop John McClane's come to LA to see his wife. This time he's going to have to save her.
I missed those sort of fucking voices on trailers.
So the trailers in the 80s were the best.
Yeah. So now it's like, you just know what it's like. They have a shot of someone like looking around, like really like brooding, and then it's like face to black. There's another shot, someone brooding or something, fade to black. Or it's like
in the city.
Yeah.
You have to fight to survive.
But trailers is like, there's no real suspense to a trailer now.
Yeah.
It's just, here's the money shot. Mm-hmm. I mean, if, like the Avengers trailer where it showed you that money shot of them all, the camera going around and there's all the fucking Avengers there. Mm-hmm. If they hadn't have put that in the trailer and you saw that in the film, you'd be like, what the you fucking freak out. You're not freak out, I mean. You
would be, even though I'd seen the trailer a load of times, that bit in the cinema still made me go, yes.
Yeah.
That is it. I can't wait for the new one.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
The trailer for that is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I see a trailer now, it's just like when I saw what did the last Hobbit film.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just all it is shots of people
they were
looking.
really underwhelming, those movies.
Yeah, it's just people looking, and you're like,
yeah,
all right, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fucking Celtic sort of singing.
Yeah.
And then like what would you have? Peace or war? War. It's like fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah. No, totally.
It's like, was that in the? I remember when I was a kid, I was bought a graphic novel version of The Hobbit. I don't remember any of that shit going on. The war stuff. What I remember is just a bunch of dwarves going to.
Yeah, I think the war is like a couple of pages, maybe even a couple of fucking paragraphs. I don't know.
But it's like they could have done 2 films, 2 2-hour films instead of 3 3-hour films.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and they would have been better for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan of the new ones at all.
I only saw the
second one
first
was alright,
yeah,
but not enough for me to praise it.
No, I mean compared to the original. But it's like, I mean, the fantasy, they're all put into different classes now. You've got the fantasy, you've got the sci-fi, you've got the comic book, and you've got the young adult. I mean, look at those fucking Divergent films.
Yeah.
Insurgent, whatever you call them, and you're just like,
this
is like the Hunger Games, but it's not the Hunger Games. But see it because it's associated with the Hunger. It's like
yeah. But even when I watched the Hunger Games, the first one, it just made me want to watch Battle Royale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realise that movie really is fucking Battle Royale. I mean, well, they're based on books, but the books are very similar to the fucking Battle Royale.
Yeah. But
in so many ways.
Probably when
but not as good.
I can't remember who wrote, was it Susan Collins or something? She knew of Battle Royale, or maybe The Running Man as well in a way, and probably thought that people who buy these books wouldn't know those things.
Which is true.
But do you think people who are fans of those have gone, oh, they're saying about this is like Battle Royale, oh, I might go and have a look at that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a good thing. You imitate. What's it? Imitation is the highest form of flattery, or
yeah. I mean, the Hunger Games. I liked the second one. Really enjoyed that. Not a fan of the first one. I haven't seen the last 2.
We spoke about this earlier, didn't we? I said about the third one.
Yeah.
The third one.
You prefer that as your favourite one, yeah?
Even though there's not a lot of action in the film, the messages and the context behind it.
Yeah.
I think are
for me it was just as a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
I was more invested in the second one from the beginning to end. Whereas in the first one, I remember just thinking, this is boring me and making me want to watch Battle Royale.
You got bored with it?
Yeah. I found it really tame.
Yeah, I suppose it was. It's to get that 12A rating, isn't it?
Yeah. Just not for me.
No. The second one was a bit more...
The pacing of the second one, there was...
There's a different director.
Yeah.
It was...
Visually looked better. The action was executed a lot better. But I haven't seen the last 2. Have you seen the last one out yet? Or
the last one's out in November.
November, yeah.
But the third one, I mean, it's like it's a film about propaganda and the use of both sides of a war using propaganda against each other.
Yeah.
But dressed up as a blockbuster.
I like that.
Which I like. I think it's really interesting that
that is
the message of it where. I can't remember her fucking name. I know it's Jennifer Lawrence, but she plays. Don't know what the character's name is. She's used by who you think are the good guys to sell a war, and even though their message is they are the good guys, but there's always a good and bad, because they're using the slaughter of innocent people as a way to push their message. Like there's a bit in it where the hospital's blown up by the capital, the bad guys, and she's sent in with a fucking media team with like a PR and cameramen and all that, and they're asking her, what do you think, what we want, because they want a soundbite from her, and they use that soundbite to sell their propaganda, their message, which I think was an interesting
take on it.
Yeah,
it makes me want to check it out.
Yeah,
definitely.
So yeah, that's my recommendation.
Cool. We've kind of went off topic quite
We
a
have.
bit there.
What were we talking about?
Original thing was about Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, but we kind of
covered that.
we
ground,
covered Bruce
haven't we,
Willis.
now?
He's done some good stuff.
Hit and miss.
He's hit and miss,
Hit and miss. But when he's good, he's good.
and when he's crap, he's
Yeah.
he's Die Hard.
And that's
5.
that.
And that's that.
Nothing else we can do about it.
Nothing else we can do about it.
Okay, so what now?
Well, now, I mean, we were going to talk. On this show, we thought we'll have the structure of like talking about a particular subject to sort of start off with.
Generally in pop culture.
Yeah, we focus on one particular actor, director, film, comic book, whatever has sort of sparked our interest.
Yes.
And the reason we picked Bruce Willis because it was his birthday this week, and we're both fans of him. And he's still kind of relevant in a way, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's still.
He's still got another classic up his sleeve.
Yeah, he stood the test of. I mean, amongst like I know Stallone and Schwarzenegger are still kind of trying to claw back some recognition in a way, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, he was actually in the Expendables films, wasn't he?
But he got kicked out of it.
But he wanted more money.
Yeah, that's just
They've since made up, I believe.
Have they?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Stallone called him greedy and lazy.
Yeah.
Which
he's since apologised about that.
Yeah. Who's Stallone?
Mm.
Well, shouldn't Bruce Willis be the one?
Well,
so up here it's just like he didn't want to go over to another country and spend a week.
I don't know. I just know he wanted more money.
Fucking people.
They weren't great at all, those movies.
I didn't see the third one. I know you.
Yeah, I actually saw all of them in the cinema.
Yeah.
Went to see them all in the cinema, and not good. Not good enough for what they could have been.
The first one was quite. It was the premise. It was more the idea of seeing them all together was the selling point, wasn't it? It wasn't. Yeah. They could have done any fucking story. They could have done it where they were going shopping.
Yeah. It became. I mean, the second one was ridiculous with the the references to the movies. It was just oh my god, please enough.
Just a bunch. They were pandering to mostly American audience who were sitting there going, "Oh my god, I get that reference."
Yeah.
It's like he said, "Get to the chopper, man. That's from that film, Predator." Man, it's like I hate self-referential stuff. Is
they got out of hand in that movie.
Yeah,
out of hand.
And the other thing you probably didn't like was the how they shrunk Jet Li's role.
Yeah,
because Adrian is there's a page on Facebook that no, it's a bit of promotion.
Yeah,
Adrian, tell them about your page.
It's just the quintessential Jet Li group fan page on the internet.
And what's it called?
Jet Li News.
Yeah, so look that up on Facebook.
Yeah, big fan of Jet Li, and obviously he was he had a great fight scene in the second one. Yeah. Hated him in the first. He was good in the first one, but his scenes with fighting Dolph Lundgren were just terrible.
Yeah.
And they kind of like, I don't know, the whole thing with his character as well. It's borderline racist in some ways, but
explain how you think that.
Well, they just the way they keep the way they talk to him. It's like he's the little Chinese man, the short man. Keep talking to him like he's he's less than them.
Yeah,
but
he probably could fucking kill them all.
Yeah, but to them it was all just tongue in cheek fun. Fun.
So do you think secretly he was going off set and like crying in his trailer?
I don't think so. No, I doubt it. He was having fun. He had a blast doing those movies, and his scene in the second one was cut, and in the third one was cut as well. But there's going to be an extended edition. But again, I'm not really bothered, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the movies, so whatever. It was a gimmick. I thought it was a kind of a gimmick. Yeah.
80s referential gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I saw the first one. I enjoyed the first one.
If you just watch them, you can have fun.
Yeah.
If you just say, I'm going to watch them, not care.
Basically, like the films that they all used to be in were just.
Yeah, but I mean, I doubt I'll watch them again for many years.
No. Yeah. No, yeah. And they pop up occasionally on fucking Channel 5.
Yeah.
And you'll.
So yeah, I doubt there'll be a fourth one, but if there is.
Well, aren't they going to be doing a female Expendables?
Yeah, and I think there may be a TV show instead of a fourth film.
And Stallone's doing the spin-off of Rocky, isn't he? The Creed film.
Yeah.
Do you think he's overstretching himself a little bit?
Easy money. He knows if he does those franchises, he's going to get.
I suppose it like
more work out of it on the side.
Yeah.
You know, because you think he did the Expendables, he did the Rocky Balboa, and he's been able to make films.
Which is a good film.
Yeah, Balboa was alright. It had heart.
Yeah.
I thought it had a lot of heart.
It was unashamedly nostalgic.
Yeah, but it wasn't, a masterpiece like the first Rocky. I actually like Rocky 2 and 3 as well quite a lot. A little bit of love for the fourth one.
Yeah, no, cool, yeah.
But
montage.
Yeah. Gotta have a montage.
What about the Rambo one? Rambo film.
I actually like Rambo.
I know you. I first saw it with you on your fucking laptop, and you were sitting there going, "Watch every shot is 4 seconds long, every shot." And we're sitting there counting. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, next shot. 1, 2.
I noticed the pacing, man. I was like, is that on purpose? Because it's like literally every fucking shot for about half an hour in the film. It's just all paced exactly the same. It's like they've just on the edit line just matched all the shots. They haven't even just try that. I like the pacing. Excellent. Let's go with that. No, but it was alright, Rambo.
Yeah.
I thought it was, again, it had heart. And
it was gory as fuck, wasn't it? I mean, if you want to see...
pretty intense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But the Expendables and the fucking one he did with Arnie, the prison one.
Oh, yeah, the escape plan.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
What do you think about, talking of Arnie, what do you think about the Terminator?
Not really bothered, not excited about it at all.
No?
No, but I did like, surprisingly, the one where he's the sheriff in the town.
Oh, Last Stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite good.
It was alright.
Yeah.
Again, just disposable fun.
Yeah.
But it was enjoyable. But I'm not too bothered about the new Terminator. I mean, the trailer looked alright.
It's just that bit of the end where he's like flying.
Mm.
It was a bit...
Yeah. And, I mean, he's old now as well. It's kind of like, do you really want to see an old Terminator?
Just go home. Just fuck off.
Yeah. Leave it.
Terminate yourself.
Just fucking leave it.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Just think of something new. Alright?
Yeah.
Fucking just stop. I find it when people say, "Oh, you're raping my childhood." It's a bit over the top.
Yeah. Well, those people about Star Wars are like
or
that.
Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. You're raping my child. It's like, get
over
There's
it.
bigger things.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Not having it.
Right. Not having it. Hold on, right.
Yeah. Sorry, we're smoking while we're doing this, so you might hear
click of a lighter or
ashtray on the table kind of thing.
Yeah, like that.
Hopefully these podcasts will get better, but maybe somebody will get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. If you like, listening to two idiots ramble on, maybe that gets you off. Maybe you want to sit there masturbating over the sound of two people who, I think we're probably middle-aged by now because we'll probably be dead by 60. The lifestyles we lead. But, if you have fun listening to this, then more fool you. You're an idiot.
Yeah, tune in next week.
Yeah. Was that the end, is it? Is that it? You've given up?
No, I'm not giving up. Have you got anything else you want to discuss?
Well, I think maybe another part of the podcast is like something we've watched lately that we can talk about.
All right.
Something recent that you've seen.
Okay, which is a lot of things.
All right, what's the most recent that's stuck in your head? That's apart from porn and watching.
It's a difficult one. I need to have a look at my list to see what I've watched recently because I've watched a lot of TV as well.
Yeah. What would you recommend?
Black Mirror.
The Charlie Brooker
Yeah.
thing. I've only seen the Christmas special one.
Yeah.
With John Hamm.
Well, that's the only new one.
Yeah.
But it's like an hour long.
Yeah.
Just brilliant.
Because it's kind of like
brilliant
dystopian future talking about technology and it's our sort of effect and hold on us.
Mm.
So which one did you see?
I've watched all of them. Watched them all over the course of 2 days.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago. So the first one was like 2011. There was like 3 they made, and then another 3 last year, I think it was, and then they've done the new one on Christmas there.
Yeah. So that was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, they're all as good as that.
Yeah. See the other thing what was the other thing he did a few years ago about the Big Brother zombie thing he did? It was like a satirical sort of thing about these celebrities, or it's like a Big Brother, and a zombie apocalypse happens outside.
Don't know. Is that Black? It's not Black Mirror.
It's not Black Mirror. I think it was.
Because you've got Black Mirror where you have the two killers that are on a game show.
Yeah.
I don't actually ruin the story, but
and I know there's one about the Prime Minister.
Oh, that's mad. That one.
Yeah.
Where he has to shag the pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
that was crazy. They're really, really quite subversive.
Yeah.
TV.
Is it
brilliantly done, brilliantly executed, acted, script, visually, everything about them is spot on. Music. I couldn't recommend them enough, to be honest with you.
Well, Charlie Brooker. I watched the Newswipe and I've read his books and big fan of him. But yeah, I'll have to get onto that Mirror.
What about you?
You saw a bit of it earlier. The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. New show by Tina Fey.
Yeah, that looks really good, that.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched the season. There's 13 episodes on Netflix. I've watched them twice over already. Because the gag joke rate is so fast that you have to... You sort of get rewards every time you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the best.
That's the best.
TV you
yeah.
get.
When it's just... I mean, when you get comedy that is just... I prefer my jokes to be quick and fast, and I like the comedy to be... I know we were talking about the other day about comedy, and you like the more grounded...
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more sort of the absurd.
Yeah, I mean, you like things like Brooklyn 99, which I do enjoy, but you can rewatch those. Whereas for me, I wouldn't. I'd rewatch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. That kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Seinfeld and all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a show about a woman who's kidnapped by a crazy cult reverend, and she's kept in a bunker with 3 other women for 15 years, and she gets rescued and she has to adjust to life, the modern world. And she's basically still a 15-year-old in a 30-year-old woman's body. And that's where most of the comedy sort of comes out. That she'll reference things in the 90s, or the life before she was kidnapped. She's still stuck in that mindset and she can't really move out of it. Like, she's not been with a man, she doesn't know how to adjust. Yeah. So she stays in New York.
Culturally, she's trapped in.
Yeah, the 90s. Yeah. She's a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And she moves in with the gay black man, which is kind of like I said to you before about the typical stereotypical comedy archetypes, like the kooky landlady, the this, that and the other. But I think it's done in a more subversive sort of way, and it's kind of a dark underlying to the whole thing, when she references her time being in a cult, how it's affected her mentally. But yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, if you've got Netflix, check it out. It's brilliant.
I showed you that Vox video, and it was all how they colour coordinated every shot and every scene.
It's brilliantly. The cinematography is really good. I mean, for a sitcom, it's. I mean, 30 Rock used to be like that. It used to be just so crisp and so visually sort of, eye popping sometimes, the colours and the. But yeah, it's brilliant. I really recommend it.
Cool. Yeah, well, definitely I'll get on that without a doubt. And what about movie wise? Any decent movies you've seen recently?
The last movie I actually watched it's not a new film.
Right.
It's called Winter's Bone.
Oh right, that's the one with Peter Jackson.
No, it's Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, it's a different film. What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of The Lovely Bones, which is depressing and But this film's depressing as well.
Okay.
It's about it was made in 2011, and she plays this sort of 16-year-old, and she's basically she's got a brother and sister younger, and she's raising them. Her mum's not well, and the dad's a criminal, and he's nowhere to be seen. And she gets told by the sheriff that if he doesn't make bail, then they take her house away. So she basically goes on a mission to find her father, and she lives. I'm not sure where it is. It's in the south, but it's a very close-knit community, and everybody is suspicious of everybody. Like everyone is related to each other,
right?
And nobody wants to tell her where he is. Nobody wants to reveal anything, and she's digging too much into things, and she's threatened. But it's really fucking Powerful film, and her performance. I think she was nominated for an Oscar for it.
I'll have to get around to that as well.
Yeah, it's really it just shows you how the depressing. I know I'm not really selling it by saying it's depressing, but it shows you the poverty and the struggle and the whole. It's really just like how people just don't trust each other.
Sure.
But overall, it's her performance that really just makes you just. This is it. It is like. It was career change. It was like her sort of star making sort of turn, and yeah, I recommend it.
Okay, cool. Probably one of the best things I've seen in the last few weeks would be a little short film, the Leviathan. I think I posted it. See.
Is it a sort of a?
It's kind of like a Moby Dick, but it's like a sci-fi Moby Dick.
Is it like a test footage, isn't it? Or
I don't know if it was test footage, but it's a short film. It's a little short film. I don't think there's going to be any more of it. Who knows? I mean, it's got a lot of hits.
Yeah, so I think it should. It looks.
It could end up being turned into a film, but you never know. But it was stunning. It's beautifully made. Special effects were incredible.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was thinking, this is really grounded in a kind of realistic world that I could see more of.
Yeah, because it's basically it starts off with a spaceship.
Yeah.
And the
atmosphere of it as well, and the tone of it was just really felt it. So I recommend that. Check it out. It's on Vimeo, the Leviathan.
Yeah. Once you see what the Leviathan, what it is, what it actually is, it's like incredible. I know that's a very overused word when people are like it's incredible, epic. Yeah. But it is. It's awe and if you saw it on an IMAX screen, you'd be like,
can you imagine? Yeah. Stunning. But yeah, I mean, what else do you want to talk about? I think. Do you want to wrap it up, or do you want to?
We could wrap it up if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've covered bases.
Yeah.
So recommendations are Black Mirror, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Winter's Bone, and check out Leviathan. Any pages or anything you want to plug that you've got going?
No, not at the moment. Not at the moment. You can always type in my name in YouTube, and you'll see some of my fan videos.
Yeah.
Edit work that I've
really
done.
Fucking good stuff.
But stay tuned, and we'll do more of these. And they'll get better and better.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. We'll be a bit more.
Yeah, just sound as well. I'm sitting back and sitting voice. I'm sound
we'll,
far away and then close.
We'll grow. We shall mature.
But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Anyway,
so signing off.
My name is Alan Ashton,
and this is Adrian Conlin.
Don't say it 3 times. And this has been Musings on a Modern World. Whoever's out there, thank you for listening.
Cheers.
Bye.
Die Hard.
Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew?